Understanding the Self, a guide to Jiva, Anatma, and the light of Atma. Introduction, the search for I. Welcome, seeker, to the most vital inquiry a human being can undertake. At some point, the mind naturally turns inward to ask morally, who am I? While we commonly answer with a name, a profession, or a social role, the ancient wisdom of Vedanta reveals that these are merely temporary masks. To begin, we must understand the jiva, the individual personality we typically identify as myself. Our current confusion regarding our identity arises from agnana, ignorance, which leads to a psychological phenomenon called adhyasa. Imagine walking in the dim light of dusk and suddenly seeing a coiled snake on the path. You feel immediate terror. Your heart races. However, when a lamp is brought, you see there is no snake, only a rope. The fear was real, but its cause was an illusion. You superimposed adhyasa, a limited, frightening snake, onto the reality of the rope. In the same way, we superimpose a limited suffering jiva onto our true unlimited nature. To dispel this illusion, we must systematically analyze the components of our existence, distinguishing the snake of our temporary identity from the rope of our eternal self. 2. The equation of existence, Atma versus Anatma. The Shastras, holy scriptures, teach us that the jiva is not a single entity but a combination of two distinct factors. The formula of the self, Atma. This is the Chaitanya, conscious factor. It is the absolute reality, the independent source of life and awareness. And the Anatma, this is the Jatam, non-conscious inert factor. So it encompasses everything that is not the Atma, including your body, your thoughts, and your environment. Anatma is merely the expression through which the self interacts with the world. Comparison of Atma and Anatma feature Atma, the true self, Anatma, the not self. Consciousness, Chaitanya, source of light, Jatam, inert matter, reality, Paramarthika, Satya, absolute, Vyavaharika, Satya, dependent, permanence, eternal, unchanging, transient, subject to decay, relationship, independent, dependent on Atma for existence. To find the Atma, we must peel back the 11 layers of Anatma that currently obscure our vision. 3. The three bodies, Shariratraya. The first category of Anatma consists of the three nested bodies that house our worldly experiences. Amen. Stula Sharira, the gross body. This is the physical frame made of the five elements, earth, water, fire, air, and space. It is formed through Panchakarana, a process where the five subtle elements divide and blend. 50% of the home element mixed with 12.5% of the other four to create gross matter. Its purpose is to experience pleasure and pain, and it undergoes 6 changes: existence in the womb, birth, growth, modification, aging, and death. 2. Sukshma Sharira, subtle body. The energy system that constitutes our internal machinery. It consists of 19 forms. 5 Gnanendriyas, senses of perception, hearing, touch, sight, taste, and smell. Ide 5 Karmendriyas, organs of action, speech, handling, hands, locomotion, legs, excretion, and reproduction. 5 Prana, vital breaths. Prana, exhaling, Apana, inhaling, Vyana, circulation, Samana, digestion, and Udana, reversal, separation at death. Karantakaras, internal instruments, Manas, emotional mind, doubt, Buddhi, intellect, decision, Chitta, memory, impressions, and Ahankara, ego, identification. The Karana Sharira on the causal body, the seed form of the other two bodies. It is described as Anadi, beginningless, and consists of Avidya, individual ignorance. This is the state where the bodies dissolve into potential during deep sleep, Laya. While the individual causal body is Avidya, the cosmic equivalent is Maya. The presiding deities, Adi Devatas, each component of the subtle body is governed by a divine aspect. Perception, Dig Devata, hearing, Vayu, touch, Surya, sight, Varuna, taste, Ashwini Devas, smell. Action, Agni, speech, Indra, hands, Vishnu, legs, Yama, Dharma, excretion, Prajapati, reproduction. Mind, moon, Manas, Brahma, Buddhi, Vishnu, Chitta, Rudra, Ahankara for the 5 sheaths. Pancha Kosha. The 5 koshas act as covers that conceal the Atma, similar to how a casing conceals a sword. Kosha name English translation, associated body, predominant experience, function, Annamaya, food sheath, gross body, physical appearance and anatomy. Pranamaya, vital, air sheath, subtle body, physiological functions, hunger and action. Manomaya, mind sheath, subtle body, emotions, doubts and sensory processing. Vijnanamaya intellect, sheath, subtle body, knowing, judging, and deciding. Anandamaya bliss, sheath, causal body, peace, and ignorance during sleep. The so what? Why this matters over identifying with these sheaths causes specific suffering. If you are stuck in the pranamaya kosha, you become slave to sensory cravings, keen on delicious food. If you identify with the manamaya kosha, you are tossed by the waves of anger, grudges, and grief. Recognizing these as mere sheaths allows you to remain the undisturbed observer. 5. The three states of experience, Avastatraya. The jiva cycles through three states daily, showing that our temporary identities are fluid. Jagrat, waking. You contact the world through outward senses. The experiencer is Vishwan. Swapna, dream. You experience internal scenes through Tejas, the light of the mind. The experiencer is Taijasan. Sushupti, deep sleep, dreamless sleep, where you experience a peaceful ignorance called Nidra Vritti, sleep thought pattern. The experiencer is Prajnan. While these three states change, the Atma is the fourth, the Nitya Sakshi, eternal witness that persists through all changes. 6. Realizing the true self. Satchitananda. Having deconstructed the 11 aspects of an Atma, we find the Atma. It is defined by three technical characteristics. Sat, existence, the eternal existential reality. It is the only thing that is remaining even when the body and mind dissolve. Chit, awareness, the knowing capacity, Chaitanya. It is the light that allows for knowledge. Technically, it is the awareness that remains even when there is nothing to be known. Ananda, bliss, infinite. This is not a feeling of happiness but is synonymous with Ananta, infinitude. It is a state of wholeness and harmony that is undefined by the boundaries of time and space. The Atma is not a new thing to be gained, it is your natural state. Enlightenment is simply the destruction of the ignorance that obscures this light. 7. Conclusion. From bondage to liberation. The shift from samsara, the misery of identifying as anatma, to mukti, liberation, requires a shift in how we interpret language. Vachyartha versus Lakshyartha. To understand the great Vedantic statement, I am Brahman, we must distinguish between Vachyartha, direct meaning, the literal meaning. If I say India won the match, the literal meaning is that the landmass of India won, which is impossible. Lakshyartha, implied meaning, the true intent. We mean the players of India won. When we say I am Atma, the Vachyartha, the Jiva ego, cannot be Atma. But the Lakshyartha, the conscious essence behind the ego is and always has been the Atma. The learner's checklist 1. Shravana, listening to the truth from the Shastras and Guru. Do Manana, reflecting and clearing doubts. Deteji, how can I be the witness? 3. Nididhyasana, direct apprehension, the firm conviction that I am the light is your only reality. My dear seeker, do not struggle to become free. Liberation is not a future achievement. It is the innocent, free-flowing nature of your mind that exists right now. You are the Nitya Sakshi, ever present, ever peaceful, and ever real.